just a little bit further upstream from here, you can get a sense of just how full and ferocious this river has become in some places, struggling at times now to get under bridges. And there was a scare a bit further upstream in the middle of the night when the flood sirens were sounded. Thankfully, so far at least, no properties have been affected. Floodwaters have also been causing problems in other parts of the country. In North Yorkshire, some roads have become impassable. Some motorists have had to be rescued.
At its peak, we've had just short of or around 3,000 homes that come within the sort of worst case scenario mapping areas, should the flood be at its worst. So what we're trying to do is work with the local authorities to contact the individuals involved.
There are more than 120 flood warnings, which means immediate action is required. Most are in a large band across much of northern and central England, and there are now also 4 severe flood warnings, including 2 in Didsbury in Greater Manchester.
You should never underestimate the suffering, the misery that floods can cause people, the real psychological shock of having a home flooded. And so we want to make sure that we're totally prepared in every part of the UK for flooding, just because, as you say, it's coming on top of the stress people are already under fighting COVID, making sure that they observe the rules, obeying the lockdown. People's levels of stress are quite high already. We want to make sure that we prepare for floods as well. Today we looked particularly at what's happening in Manchester. We've got a situation potentially developing there. We're looking at a pattern of rainfall, possibly not so bad this week, but at the end of this week, but worse probably next week, and ensuring that the transport networks are prepared, the energy networks, the electricity outages won't be severe, that councils' resilience forums are ready, that we have the supplies of sandbags that we need, the evacuation centres that we need, everything that you would expect, and also, of course, making sure that that we do what we can to help with people's insurance, which is such a crucial issue. There are some times I've been to flood scenes where, alas, people have decided not to obey the advice and not evacuated because, which is it's their right not to do so if they choose. It's always people's right to stay wherever they are, but it really is advisable. Follow the advice. If you're told to leave your home, then you should do.